Now the Pigskin Poll, sponsored by Hyundai.
Oh, it was a party Thursday night. Here was the Hyundai Pigskin Poll. We do this every week. I run it during the newscast, ask you to vote, tell you we'll talk about it. Guess what?
That's not
We're
fair.
going to talk about it.
That's not fair.
If you could only keep one of these folks, who would you keep? The owner, the GM, the coach, or because it's Cleveland and you're Browns fans, we're going to let you burn it all down and say all three should go. Gentlemen, how would you answer that poll?
You should
Carefully.
You should have a spot for keep all three as well. This is a roller coaster type of season. You see what happened last year. You wouldn't have let go of any one of them when they made it to the playoffs, or when the previous year before that with Baker when they went to the playoffs and beat the Steelers. You wouldn't have thought about that. We can't be year to year as it relates to this team, this football team, the organization. We can't be year to year reactionary. It seems like that's what we are. So I can't even answer that, man. Who would you say, Reg? I can't put my finger on it.
I look at it like this. I think that Kevin Stefanski is a capable coach, no question. I think Andrew Berry is a capable GM, and I think the Haslam's have done a good job at going out and getting the people and spending the money. They just have had some bad luck. I mean, if you were to ask somebody, 2 or 3 years back, what would be some great opportunities for this football team to excel, they've done all those things. It just didn't work out.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, you can nitpick back and forth, but they have a nice group, but they gotta get a little luck along the way. Something's got to hit, and maybe Jameis Winston's a guy, maybe what they're doing down the road may guy. I don't know if they're going to go draft a quarterback. All that's in the air, but I think they're all capable people. They just need a break because, I mean, Deshaun Watson was supposed to come in here and light it up for us. Yeah. This was not supposed to be a dud. They gave up 6 different picks, 3 first rounds for this guy. That's a bold move. There's a lot of head coaches and GMs and owners who have made bold moves that have worked out.
And this is a group decision
right now about their bold move.
Right.
We're going to get into them in a minute.
Yeah.
But this was a group decision that Stefanski validated that all 3 of them made together. They all were in a group and discussed this in great detail and figured that Deshaun Watson move at that time was the best decision for this team. And maybe Stefanski is saving face for ownership. Maybe he wasn't totally on board, but he did come out and say, this was a group decision. That we all 3 of us.
If Deshaun had no baggage, and there wouldn't have been one person in Cleveland that would have said it was a bad move.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
There are the people that said it was a bad move because of the baggage.
Yes.
But as a football player,
He was top 5
everybody would have agreed. Great move. We got our guy. We can move forward.
Especially at this point in our organization.
And in his career. I mean, he was still on the rise. Yeah, let's take a look at the results. This shouldn't surprise you. If you let Cleveland fans decide to burn down some of it or burn down all of it, they're going to burn down all of it. I am surprised it's 42. It's that lopsided. Stefanski would be my pick here, by the way, too. So I get that. But 0% on Barry. What does that say? Where are you guys at on Barry? I know you kind of like him, but I guess I'm surprised that no one would want to keep Andrew
Well,
Barry.
it's the adage, and I said this a couple weeks ago. If you take all the players we have now, including Deshaun Watson, and give them to another head coach, a Belichick, a Mike Tomlin, a Andy Reid, can he win with these group of guys? The same roster. And unanimously, you guys and everybody else feel like if you take a Belichick, if you take a Andy Reid, a Mike Tomlin, different coach, they could win with these group of guys that we have. So we have the talent here. We have the group of guys here. While we're winning, that might be coaching. That might be the supporting cast, the bench strength, as we say a lot. So I think that, and a lot of people think it's just Deshaun. But I think if you take, if you change the culture, that is the reason why nobody's picking Barry, in my opinion, because we have the talent here to win. We did it last season.